Ani and giinawaa, we're back. So previously we've been working on VAI verbs, actions that are being done by an animate being, intransitive, so there's no transfer of action to an object or another being. So for example, we sinit, he or she is eating, that's an animate being doing an action, but we don't know what he or she is eating. Sorry, my cat is trying to help with the lesson. Anyway, we are going to look at our plural persons now. Previously, we only did I or me, which is mean, you, singular, giin, and he or she, ween, all singular persons. Now we're going to look at the other persons. So we have, in the Google Classroom, there is a paradigm sheet. I would like you to pull that up for VAI verbs, and that will show you the conjugations you can follow along. So again, we've got mean, that's I or me. Feel free to pause the video at any point if I'm going too fast. Turns out the longer the video, the harder it is to upload. So I do try and make them a little shorter and go kind of fast through things. We have giin, you, singular, ween, he or she. And then we have giinawind, giinawind, giinawaa, and giinawaa. Giinawaa is the plural form of ween. That is they. You can think of it as more than one he or she. Sorry, apparently there is a glare now. I don't know where that came from. Maybe that's a little better. Okay. Giinawaa. So plural wa. This is more than one you. So giin is you, giinawaa, yous, or y'all, more than one you. Now, giinawind and giinawind are a little bit harder to grasp for new learners because in English we only have one form of we, and that is, you just have to figure out whether you mean everyone in the situation or whether you're just talking about a specific group in the situation. In Ojibwe, there's a differentiation. So, giinawind and giinawind. Giinawind is we or us inclusive. And that inclusive means that you are included, you being the person spoken to. So you could say, see, giin is here, giin is present in the verb. So, or in the pronoun. So let's say I'm talking to you and my brother is standing next to me and I say, oh, we're going to the movies later. Are you excited? You know that you are included because I'm using a giinawind form, which means giin or you are in the sentence. Now, in the version giinawind, this is considered we exclusive. That means we excluding you. So let's say my brother and I are standing together and I give you a call. I say, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, later we're going to a movie. You might say, oh, cool, have fun. And the reason you know to say that is because I use the giinawind form, which means you, giin, is nowhere to be found in this verb. There is no you included. It is only me and the people in my group. It's a polite way of excluding the other person. Or, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing later? We are going to work. What about you? You know, in that case, we'd use giinawind. giinawaa is only if we all are doing it. We all. All right, but we'll get into practice. The reason you can always see that is like if you are included, there will be some form of giin. If you are not included, giin will be nowhere to be found in the paradigm. All right. Let's start with giinawaa, because this is the simplest. If you remember, we sinne, she or he eats or is eating. She and he is already built into the verb. This is the way you would find the verb in the dictionary, in the root form, and it is happening right now in the present tense. So if I want to make it giinawaa, so again, giin is just the verb. Giinawaa the paradigm is verb plus some form of wug. And that wug makes it plural. So we have we sinne, he or she eats. We sinne wug. We've got the verb plus our plural. That means they eat, or they are eating. So that's pretty simple. All you need to do is tack on a plural ending and it makes it more than one he or she. Now, before I move on, let's negate it. Well, first let's ask the question, are they eating? Remember our question marker word? Inna makes it a yes or no question, and inna always comes second in the sentence. We went over this already. So to negate it, no, they are not eating. We need Gaawiin first. We always need Gaawiin. I'm going to abbreviate it, Gaawiin. And then we need some form of C. We need some form of C. So remember, Gaawiin, we sinne C. The Gaawiin works together with the C to make it not happen. And this means no, he or she is not eating. Now, when it was we sinne wug, to negate it, our C actually squeezes in right here because it's greedy and it wants to be right next to the verb. Now, the way I remember it is the C is working with the Gaawiin to make the action not happen. Therefore, the C wants to be right next to the action, and then the wug, or the people, go on afterwards. So what it will end up looking like is we sinne C wug. Gaawiin, we sinne C wug. They are not eating. Awesome. So let's try our N ending verb, bungishin. He or she is falling, or he or she falls, already in ween form, because ween is just the verb in root form as you find it in the dictionary. Now I want to make it they are falling. So let's try this. Let's add wug. Bungishinwuk. That's kind of hard to say. The N and the W don't like to get along very well. So what happens is the N triggers that wug sound to become an ug sound. Bungishinuk. Now, if you think about it, bungishinuk, bungishinuk, they're very similar sounding. It's just easier for this sound to come out next to an N than it is for a W. So that's your indicator. It's just the ease and the flow of the word coming out. So bungishinuk, they are falling. Are they falling? We need inna. in the second spot in the sentence to make it a yes or no question. Are they falling? We're going to say no, they're not falling. We need Gaawiin, the abbreviation there. So let's get rid of the plural person. So Gaawiin, he or she falls. Bungishin. Oh, remember that N makes the C turn into a Z sound. Gaawiin works together with Z to make the action not happen. Again, the Z wants to be right next to the action. And now we add our plural persons. But oh, look, it ends with a vowel. Now it's a lot easier to say wug. If you were trying to say Bungishin Ziug, it wouldn't work because double I doesn't get along with double O very well. So it goes back to the wug. Gaawiin Bungishin Ziwug. Gaawiin Bungishin Ziwug. And now it makes it so that they are not falling. Not. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's simple. I do recommend that you practice these. Find some VAI verbs in the dictionary or from the lessons online and just practice running them through the template of no plus verb plus some form of C. And now we have the plural person. Oh, wait. In some cases, there is a person here. Unless it's ween form, in which case the person's already built into the verb, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's try min weendum. He or she is happy. Min weendum. He or she is happy. How do we say they are happy? Let's try adding wug. Just like up here, verb plus wug. Min weendum wug. Oh, M doesn't get along well with the W, just like the N didn't get along well with the W. So that wug becomes ug. Min weendum wug. And again, min weendum wug, min weendum wug. Very similar, just one is easier to say, and that's how you remember it. Min weendum wug. They are happy. Are they happy? Inna comes into the second spot in the sentence. Let's say no, they're not happy. We need Gaawiin in our no spot here, plus the person's already built into the verb. Our C attaches directly to the verb, so min weendum. Oh, but it ends with an M. In these ones, the M turns to an N, min weendum, and then the N makes the S turn into a Z. So this is no, he or she is not happy, and then all we need to do is add our plural person onto the end, and we get min weendum Z wug. And it goes back to wug because trying to say min weendum Z does not work very well. It doesn't come off the tongue easily. So you get Gaawiin working together with the Z to make the action not happen. And who's doing the action? They are doing the action. Or they, in this case, are not doing the action. They are not happy. Gaawiin min weendum Z wug. Very good. All right. So that was our M ending. Did we do bimose? I can't remember. Let's try it. Bimose, he or she is walking. How do we make it more than one he or she? We add wug. Bimose, it ends with a long vowel. Bimose, wug. They are walking. Are they walking? Inna? Bimose wug inna? No, they are not walking. So what do we need? We need to negate it with a Gaawiin first. So Gaawiin. Gaawiin bimose C. Oh, that means he or she is not happening. Remember, our C buddies up next to our action. And now we want to say they are not happening, so we add our plural person to the end. Gaawiin, bimose, siwag. They are not walking. All right, pretty simple, right? Run it through this paradigm, this template for practice. Pull up your dictionary online or some verbs, VAI verbs specifically for this, and practice it. So now we're going to try we. We'll do giinawind and giinawind. So let's see. Giinawind. This is we excluding you. There's no giin in this word anywhere. And then we have giinawind. That's we inclusive. I think of it as all of us because it includes you. All right, so in this case, there are a few changes to the patterns, but we'll get through it. Remember to look at your paradigms. So we'll look at something that starts with a short vowel. Let's go through giinawind first. We, not you, are eating. So we start with we sin, that's he or she is eating. We're going to add some form of nin to the front because this paradigm is going to be ni, verb, min. Meanwhile, the paradigm for giinawind is gi, verb, min. So you can see the gi for giin is there. In this case, when I'm talking about us excluding you, yin is nowhere to be found. That's why we use a nin beginning, some form of me or I. So how do I say I am eating? Well, it starts with a W. Let's look over here. Can you see up there? W. That means we just tack a n onto the front. So n. We sin it. Oh, it ends in a short vowel. Let's look over here. Our short vowels. Remember, short vowels fall off when we're talking about singular nin or giin. Just me or you, they fall off. So that's niwisin, I am eating. So now I want to say we, but not you, are eating. In that case, it is niwisin. And now we're talking about we. We're not talking about nin or giin anymore, which means that I is retained. So ni, we sin min. We, not you, are eating. We, not you, are eating, or we eat. Now, I want to say, are we eating? In that case, just like previously, we add ina to the second spot in the sentence. 1, 2, because remember it became one word here. No, we are not eating. So what do we need? Following our template, we need Gaawiin. I'm abbreviating it. Niwi cinnamon. We need to get a C in there somewhere. C is greedy. It wants to be right next to this. C. And then min tacks on the end, our plural person. So Gaawiin, Niwis, Nasimin. All right. In the case that we're talking about we inclusive, we are all eating, it's nearly identical. The only thing that differs is instead of ni, we use ge. So let's try it with bimose. He or she is walking. Now let's say you, singular, are walking. Ge, bimose, long vowel here, does not fall off. So now we want to say we, including you, giin, are walking. So we just need ge, which we have, the verb, and then we need min. Gibimosemin. Gibimosemin. Are we walking? Are we going to walk there? Are we walking there? Gibimosemin inna. In the second spot, that inna. We want to say, no, we're not going to walk there. We're going to drive there. So, Gaawiin, gibimose, our C wants to be greedy right next to the action because it negates the action. It doesn't negate the person, it negates the action. Gaawiin, gibimose, si min. And the person tacks on to the end. So let's try it with great. Let's try it with Bungishin. Bungishin. He or she falls. Let's make it I fall. Oh, it starts with a B. That means we need nim Bungishin. Now we need we, not you, fall. Nim Bungishin min. Oh, it doesn't roll off the tongue very easily, so let's stick an I in there. Nim Bungishin imin. So we have that extra vowel that we add, so it's kind of, sometimes it's min. Nim Bungishin imin. All right, now we want to say, and that was we, not you, are falling. Now we want to say you are falling. Starts with a B, consonant, so we just need give Bungishin. Now we need we all, including you, are falling. We already have the ge right here. Ge, Bungishin. We just need min. So we add the I, min. Ge, Bungishin, and min. We all fall. Do we all fall? Inna. Gaawiin, we don't all fall. So we need G, Gaawiin. Ge, Bungishin. Oh, that C is greedy, right next to our verb. The N makes the S become a Z. Gaawiin, Gebungishin, C, and then we just add min. So here's our persons. This makes it we, including you, are not. This makes it not happen. We are not falling. Fantastic. And now let's do it with the M ending verb. There's a slight difference here. Min Wyndham, he or she is happy. Let's say I am happy. Ni Min Wyndham. I want to say we are all happy. Min Wyndham, it seems like we should just add in and call it good, right? No, that would be too easy. Ni Min Wyndhamin. That A lengthens and you get min. And this happens in Ninawind and Giinawind. So this is we, not you, are happy. I'm going to say we, including you, are happy. The only thing that changes is we need get in front instead of ne. So get min, win, da, min. We are happy. So if I want to say we are not happy, including you, again, we need our Gaawiin. Give min, win. Oh, in this case, since we're negating it, that elongated A shortens, becomes an N, so that way we get Z, min, win, dun, Z, min. And here's our persons, we, and then our Gaawiin works with the Z to make it not. We are not happy. So there we go. That is how we do those plural persons, and I will come back later to do giinawaa with you.